Hi there, signs of Libra. This is Kim here to do a next 48-hour reading for you. And I hope you're doing really good wherever you are. As always, I invite your spirit team and angels to join us and get messages for your most. So I do have private readings still available. They usually take about 24 to 48 hours to come back though, just to let you know. So Libra, what do we have going on for you? Using the journey of the sacred bee. Yay! Bottom of the deck, the 9 of disc, gain, and a financial gain that's usually pretty significant. Of course, it's usually a reward for your efforts. However, sometimes this is associated with things like winning like a lottery or something like that. So, or a scratch-off ticket, or so. There's something that comes to you in a big amount. So that's the underlying issue. That's all right. All right. So money, and we're waiting on news. Waiting on money. Perhaps you're waiting on somebody to pay you back, because we have the Knight of Disc in the reverse in the past, and this showing up looking like it's what's to come. So this might be representing somebody who possibly owed you money, or maybe it was an offer that just didn't turn out right, that didn't turn out to be as plentiful as you were wanting it to be. It can be somebody who you were depending on for some kind of money too, and that being an issue. So we're going to get clarification for all of these. So let's run through them really quick. You've got the Judgment card in reverse and the King of Cups, right? Yeah, King of Cups as the challenge. So that tells us that the issue is about possibly forgiveness, but it would be on the end of like not forgiving at this moment or having issues. It looks like it has to do with somebody who has come back. Somebody who has left who has come back. And you know what's interesting is the cards with the King of Cups being as a challenge, I almost feel like a new person has like tried to come in, or somebody who's trying to give you advice on your heart because of this Judgment in the reverse, because it feels like you just don't want to forgive, which, you know, I can't tell you to do that, but we got 8-8 in your reading too. So there's a big focus on the money and the prosperity. This also could be a challenge, like maybe the person that you used to get emotional advice for, perhaps they're just not there at the moment, or something like that. The 8 of Wands is in the reverse as the heart of the matter. So I feel like you're waiting on news, or waiting, I was going to say waiting on a sign. I don't know why I'm saying that. Maybe that's it. Maybe maybe you're just waiting on a sign for the heart to know it can go forward or it can keep going. I'm really thinking that this King of Cups is somebody new, because the Ace of Cups here is what you're also thinking about. So I feel like somebody new has come in. You have the solution, okay? You're not worried about this anymore. Apparently this was a very stressful time and had you feeling like stressed, but it's not anymore. That's the clear answer, is that you're thinking more positively. And so therefore, that's what's going to come in. So that's how you're feeling, is like, aha, I have the solution, right? The moon in reverse. That feels like something that's being revealed as to why somebody left. Something being revealed about somebody's feelings that want to come back, perhaps. I don't know, something like that. So it's Piscean energy too. It could, it's in the environment. So you have Piscean energy twice here, actually, with that crowning energy too. So the Emperor is the future energy, and the Emperor is about knowing, basically knowing a strategy. The Emperor has been through it all and kind of knows how to direct a good strategy to have a win. Very, I would say very, like you're in control. If you have this Emperor energy, you are in control, or it's some kind of authority that you can go to. It might be Aries, but it might just really represent you taking, I think it's representing you taking control. We have Aries twice too, so I think that sign might be significant with you also. Ace of Cups. I think it's tied to this King of Cups. It's your hope. It's also, it's the hope and fear spot. So really, the Ace of Cups is like, well, it's the purest of this cups form. It's like anything emotional and you know, destined to turn out good comes through this. So big opportunities in love, normally in love. Of course, it could be like a job that you love. Because it's also associated with this. There's an issue here with someone dependent on self, not going back for help from you or something. I have the Seven of Discs and the Queen of Wands. So there again, like I said, there's the Aries energy. Kind of losing patience. Or ready to pick something. Like it's time to pick something. The Queen of Wands is that kind of like performer energy. The Queen of Wands is really bold, brave, daring. It puts on this persona that whatever you do professionally or hobby-wise, you're really good at it. This is a very attractive person, and seems to like be knowing what they're doing. Seems to know what they're doing. The Queen of Wands, able to share gifts. So there's something about patience, or like being ready to choose. Like after some kind of time taken out to be, you know, judged on, okay, what, yeah, okay, so we're gonna find out more. So the Knight of Discs in the reverse, I feel like that there's this person that or an offer, a job that let you down, and that is why we have Judgment in the reverse too. Let's see. Knight of Disc. Give me a right away clarification. Yep. This person either ghosted you or left you out in the cold, left you feeling like it's almost coming across that this person might have left you in a financial bind. You know what I'm saying? Like because of this energy here was going through some kind of hardship because of it. So something delayed, and maybe it's to do with money. Interesting. Okay, so I want to find out about this Eight of Wands in the reverse. Tell me more about Eight of Wands in reverse. Oh. The Empress in reverse. Something else? The Six of Pentacles. Okay, so the Empress in reverse is someone that's kind of like doing themselves, you know. However that is, it's not. I don't necessarily look that bad or good. It's just when somebody is more focused on themselves, and sometimes it's because there's a real issue about being able to take care of others. Sometimes it's, you know, could be a health thing, it can be a money thing, but we see reciprocity here. So maybe the heart is wanting to spend time for itself, or at the heart of the matter, there may be some issues with like a mother figure, or there's the mother energy archetype, and waiting on news from this person. That's very, very likely. The scales get balanced. Reciprocity is found. That's success. So there is success when I feel like there might be some news coming in regarding this person being able to take care of themselves really well. And yeah, and so why Judgment in reverse? Because there's, I want to say there may be animosity held, or well, you know, some kind of judgment of, to the extent of why things do have to be made fair at this point. That makes sense. All right, you can see everything, right? Yeah. So the Judgment in reverse. Let's go ahead and get clarification on that. I think it is about that Empress energy. See, it's something that's like a long-standing situation. It's been something with the family, when it comes to family security, the money thing. I can see this as like getting assistance from family and then still having to owe family back. So this could be about somebody that really, like, once they fix themselves type of deal, like everything here starts getting fixed. Once these big family issues get solved, then you might be able, at that point, you might be able to forgive this person. So tell me about the moon here. Tell me about the energy with the moon in the reverse and in the environment. Something that was not what it seemed, but is being revealed. And the Page of Cups, look at that. Page of Cups comes to tell you that there is like this new start to something, fresh new start, something fun, something that hasn't matured or blossomed yet, like a relationship that hasn't gotten to that point yet. The Page of Cups can even indicate a pregnancy. So maybe there is something that's to be revealed about that. I think it's interesting it coming out with, you know, on the top of that Ace of Cups. I'm almost want to say that this person wants to come back and offer these cups somehow, some way. Or, no, it could be an or and a and. And there may be this loving opportunity here too with the King of Cups. Which, by the way, it could be male or female. It doesn't have to be just anything. Yeah, this person broke your heart. So you have the solution, it feels like, to how you're feeling. You have a solution. Tell me more about the Nine of Swords. Tell me more about how Libra's feeling. Happy. Good news. Children. This is the message, is that the news that you feel like you're waiting on for reciprocity, it is coming. Maybe you can even see it, you can feel it, but you're not worried about it because you know that even if you're waiting on news, that this news is what's coming. And I think that's interesting at looking up here. So several messages and good ones. The Emperor is in the future energy. The Emperor is in the future energy. The Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups. Because, all right, so the Seven of Cups, let me get another one, because there are choices, there are options, there are things like that available. Feels like to fix a situation. However, all are not completely clear. Tell me about what's just not clear here with the Emperor. How to plan and how to go forward with planning anything when there's something that's still so up in the air. Two of Swords on the bottom. Maybe feeling like you really don't, feeling kind of undecided about something or a decision, or maybe this is authority, somebody in authority that's making a decision, and maybe they're not being very clear on what they're going to decide or what kind of possibilities are there. So it's the possibilities that are not all clear at this moment. They're there. So Seven of Discs in the reverse with the Queen of Wands. Seven of Discs in the reverse with Queen of Wands. Ten of Wands. I can see, don't overextend yourself. But it feels like you're going to put in maximum effort. And, you know, with this maximum effort, you do get a maximum reward back. So I think that that's what it's saying, is that you're going to do absolutely your very best. Yeah. And maybe it's like stopping investing in this person, possibly being brave, putting yourself back out there, and maybe starting to like date again or something like that. Or working again. It might be a Scorpio, because we have the Four of Swords coming out as maybe healing things when somebody left people in a bind or financial bind or some kind of hardship. It's about healing that. And moving forward with love. It gets you the celebration, even a marriage possibly here with the Four of Wands, or some goal met, buying a house, something like that. So it looks really good, guys. Thanks, Libra, for joining me. Sending you love and light as usual. Bye-bye.